What's up, guys, and welcome back to Vex Gaming TV. Today we are going to be going over a TAS only trick that I was able to do as a person because it's a one frame trick, and yeah, I just want to show you guys how I do it, what it is, and how you can do it too, hopefully. Yeah, so first, for anybody who is new to Vex, who has not ever seen the game, or maybe wants to get into speed running, or just stumbled upon this because it's a TAS only trick done by a person, there is this thing called Rage in the top right corner, as you see. And when I use my Rage, it goes down. Simple as that. Pretty straightforward. But there's these things that you can do that allows for extended jumps using that Rage because it resets your jump. So for instance, you have a high jump, then you have a Rage, and then you can reset to do another high jump, and then you have a triple jump, which is like this, because the blast from your Rage also resets your jump. Now, for the one frame trick, you want to get that bar to stay as a full bar, because once your Rage is used and you unuse it, you can't use Rage again until the bar is full. So the one frame trick is pretty much ending that Rage the frame after you start it so that your bar stays completely full. And I'm gonna try a few attempts at this until we get it so you can see what it's like. I may speed up the video if it takes too long, I may not, but let's see. Oh, first try, dude. First try. And that's what I mean. It's a one frame trick. I got it first try. I have a tell for this, and I'm gonna explain with you guys. I'm gonna explain to you guys what that tell is. But the cool thing about this, and why it's such a huge, amazing trick, is it now allows for you to do more than a triple jump because you have your bar again. This is not going to be something that is going to be used in runs. It's just not realistic. But the best way to learn is just like I did, on the floor, without using double jumps, triple jumps, and all that first. So what you want to do is you want to sit here, you want to jump, use your Rage, and preserve it 2 times in a row. Look at that. That is not easy. I can't even believe I got that on video, that I got that 2 times in a row. I mean, you guys have no idea how hard that actually is. But if you get good at it, which I'm not even good at it, you can add another jump. So quad jump. If you could do it 2 times in a row, quintuple jump, 3 times in a row, and so forth. You could just do 1 extra full long jump or high jump. So let's try to do that. Yeah, you say I didn't get it. This is where things get a little bit more hard because you're now adding other inputs. But you can see how lucky I was to preserve that 2 times in a row. Alright, let's speed it up until we get a double. Oh my god, finally. So you saw I was able to do 2 of those rages, and then follow that with a blast that allowed for me to do a quadruple jump. Now that is why this trick is so good, because it can get you to another, like, new heights, and it can also be used in a skip that can save minutes on the run. So you have this area over here. I'm not gonna go for it, but let's say I saved rage here and I had full rage. There is a boss trigger here that you can jump around that's really hard, but if I had full rage here by doing that frame perfect TAS trick, I can triple jump because I would have my rage to activate rage again and just go over the trigger completely. Now, let me show you guys how I do this. I'm going to have to slow it down, but there's actually a movement that Vex does that I use as a indicator to repress rage, to deactivate rage that same frame after activating it. So I'm going to switch over to a commentary over footage because I'm actually going to slow the footage down and show you guys what I mean. Alright, so I'm going to have this on repeat for a little bit so you guys can see what my tell is and I can explain this a little bit better. So watch that second right trigger. So you have the first one and then the right one. That right one is the frame at which the frame perfect trick is done, and in real time when I am playing the game, the head reaches the furthest back it goes, Vex's head, and that's when I repress that right trigger. So right about here. Also, another thing to note is while I'm doing this real time and I'm looking for that head to come all the way back before I press that trigger again on that frame, for me, I don't see that little bob forward before that right trigger is pressed. I don't know if you see that in the slow motion. So really just wait for the full extension backwards and then press that right trigger. And another good way to practice, I will show you right now. I'm switching back over to live commentary for that. Alright, we are back live commentary. So the way I got used to doing it and found the timing, first of all, wasn't actually by looking at the head. That was something I did after the fact so that I can, you know, find a tell. But when I was first practicing this, what I was doing was I was jumping, pressing rage, letting go, and you see how the bar stopped? It didn't like keep using my rage. That means that I did it too late, because by turning rage off, that means that it happened after the frame. And let me show you what happens if you do it too early. That was late again. You see how it consumed a little bit of the rage. There we go. I pressed it too early that time, so now the rage is actually being used. And that was perfect. There we go. The rage is being used, so I did it too early. So that's one way that you can get used to getting it to where you need it to be to do that frame perfect trick. And you'll see that it actually lines up perfectly with the whole head thing that I was talking about. See that? It was too late, but I did press it while his head was fully extended back. Too early. That's pretty much it. Yep, that's a frame perfect TAS trick, and that's how I do it. Too early. See, that's a good thing here though, because then you can attempt the other skip, that one. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed, I mean, if you're new to the channel and you're not here for Vex stuff and you're just here for the title, welcome. I don't normally do speedrun stuff, but recently that's what I've been into, so there's going to be a lot more speedrun content coming out. And by the way, for those who are wondering what it is that I just did, here's the trigger box. See? That's what I avoided by going around there. I know it doesn't look like much from somebody who doesn't play the game. But hopefully this helps the other runners for Vex, and hopefully this helps people who maybe need to learn a frame-perfect trick inside their speedrun game or want to do something a TAS can only do. Hopefully this gives you some ideas of how to get that done. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys next time.